As usual, you can find us everywhere, www.rawrzonenyc.com. Then you could catch us at our home of Elgin Sound Radio, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. on the Live 365 app or on our website, www.rawrzonenyc.com. And of course, you can find us Wednesdays, 8 a.m. on Pulso 82.3 FM, courtesy of Promo God. We are ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, Sound Exchange, PPL, and so much more certified. Get with the Promo God and pay for the right promotion. I never stress this enough when it comes to marketing your music. You do need to put that work in. It's not just about performing, and it's not just about how many interviews you do. It's the quality of the work you put in and the people you work with. If you sit in the same circle, you're not going to flourish as much as you want. Extend your brand. Get to know Promo God. Get to know some of the people that we fuck with, you know? We do these episodes every week, every 2 weeks, whatever the case may be. And we like to drop knowledge. That way it helps you out in the long run. And of course, we are powered by our friends at Bold and Luscious Cosmetics. Shop Bold with Rawrrzone. Use the code RZ15 up and feel bold and luscious this spring going into summertime season. I can't wait for the new summer products to come out. And of course, get high, stay fly with Just Blaze Organic Hemp. Follow them on Instagram. Get the high life with them. On the road to the give back for Sean. Sean Seguid passed away in 2017 after advocating for intimal sarcoma in the pulmonary arteries and his lungs. He is the embodiment of what it's like to really give back. So we want to do the same in his honor. For most people that think we do the give back and it's just for doing clout, it's really not. The give back helps people because I've seen sarcoma survivors run races. I've seen sarcoma survivors talk at events, and then I've also seen parents devastated by the loss of their child to this disease. And we want to make sure this year that we reach our $10,000 goal. So please click the links below, donate to our cause. July 8th, though, we are doing our first event for our Give Back for Sean charity fundraiser. We are doing a Road to the Give Back Innovative competition. So we will be choosing 3 artists to perform at a Give Back for Sean variety show. And we're looking forward to people signing up. We already got great responses, but we can't wait to get more. If you're interested in being part of the cause or even just trying to look at how to donate, email us at ivproductionsnyc@gmail.com. Whew, that was a mouthful, right? So our guest today, this beautiful gentleman over here, I know him for about 7 years. His name is Seda. He recently put out the voice of an Enigma, but he is so multifaceted and accomplished that I feel like the world doesn't really appreciate him enough. They don't play him enough. Being able to not only do R&B, but you're able to branch into pop as well as your talent in Spanish music, and his music is so flow. How do I put this? His music is just a joy to listen to, and he's just a joy in general, despite all the hardships he went through. So we're gonna do a Rawrrzone mix with, of course, some of our faves from Seda, but then we're gonna put, some of our little twist on our Rawrrzone mix. So we're gonna get into it. This is Welcome to the Rawrrzone.
No, baby, no, baby. They don't know, no, they don't know. No, baby, no, baby, no, baby. They don't know, no, they don't know. Everybody's talking on the sideline watching. He said, she said, from those I call my friends. I swear they got some nerve, spreading what they heard. Speculating shading with the gossip. They talking like they know something, but they don't really know nothing. No matter what they have to say, I'll never keep my love away. They talking like they know something, but they don't really know nothing. Minding our business when they should go mind their own. Judgment, judgment, opinion, rumors started, baby, that's up of the town. But they don't know nothing about our love. They don't know nothing about us. So sick and tired of how they criticize, worrying about the things we do concerning me and you. It's kinda ridiculous, too many eyes on us, telling us what's right from wrong, judging the way we move. The jealousy, hypocrisy, it's pretty obvious to me. It's us against the world, you see. Maybe, baby, they're unhappy. Should get some loving of their own and leave us the fuck alone. But they don't know nothing about our love. They don't know nothing about us. No, baby, no, baby, no, baby. They don't know. No, baby, no, baby, no, baby. They don't know nothing about us. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Judgment, opinion, started, that's talk of the town. They don't know nothing about our love. They don't know nothing about us. Dices que me amas y que nada te hace falta, que te dejo sin palabras, que te lleno de emoción. Encontrarte con él fue algo tan cruel. Tú me traicionaste y a mi alma tú mataste. Ya no me pidas perdón. No, 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 no. Yo te digo adiós. Yo te digo adiós. No. Y ahora quieres hablar, después de darme la espalda. Me dejaste sin palabras, la última traición. Encontrarte con él fue algo tan cruel. Tú me traicionaste y a mi alma tú mataste. No me pides perdón, baby, just leave me alone. No me llames amor, es otro latigazo. No, 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 no. sonrisa que se fue. Una vez más, tocar tu piel, vi hondo suspirar. Recuperemos lo que se ha perdido. Regresa a mí, quiéreme otra vez. Borra el dolor que el me dio cuando te separaste de mí. Dime que sí, yo no quiero llorar. Regresa a mí, no puedo olvidar. Extraña el amor que se fue, extraña la dicha también. Quiero que vengas a mí y me vuelvas a querer. No puedo más si tú no estás, tienes que llegar. Mi vida se apaga sin ti a mi lado. Regresa a mí, quiéreme otra vez. Borra el dolor que irte me dio cuando te separaste de mí. Dime que sí, yo no quiero llorar. Regresa a mí. No me abandones así, hablando solo de ti. Devuélveme la pasión de tus brazos. Regresa a mí, quiéreme otra vez. Borra el dolor que hice yo cuando te separaste de mí. Dime que sí, yo no quiero llorar o llorar. Regresa, regresa a mí, oh baby, y dime que me quieres. Regresa a mí, mi vida, sin ti sé que no puedo regresa a mí.
Tú me emocionas. Tú me emocionas. Ay, cómo me emociona. Me vuelves loca. Ay, yo me vuelvo loca. Tú me controlas. Ay, cómo me controlas. Tú me emocionas. Ay, cómo me emociona. Tú me emocionas. Ay, cómo me emociona. Me vuelves loca. Ay, yo me vuelvo loca. Tú me controlas. Ay, cómo me controlas. Tú me emocionas. Ay, cómo me emociona. I wanna ride to you in the summer. How about you be my partner? I can stay if you wanna. Let's get down See a future with you and it's bright. Yeah, I'm all slowly. Yo me enseño con tu body slowly. Grab my cintura, don't let go of me. Slowly. Yo me enseño con tu body slowly. Grab my cintura, don't let go of me. Pero si tú nunca me llamas, ¿cómo vamos a hablar? Dale pa' acá, pero si tú nunca me llamas, ¿cómo vamos a hablar? Dale pa' acá. Dime amor, como nosotros vamos a hablar, si no llamas como nosotros vamos a hablar. Dime amor, como nosotros vamos a hablar, si no llamas como nosotros vamos a hablar. Tú me emocionas, ay como me emociona, me vuelves loca, ay yo me vuelvo loca. Tú me controlas, ay como me controlas. Tú me emocionas, ay como me emociona. Why don't you call me? 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 Why don't you call me?
I took a risk that one day we get closer, as tight as a fist. I love to reminisce about you. Oh, what a feeling. I could be dreaming. You were my healing. You're the love I needed, thought I needed. I believed in all the things you said, believed in all the things we did. I lost me, I couldn't find me. Been thinking lately, our time here together, it switch up like the weather. My own love I will treasure. It's me and me forever, so in the mirror. What about you? It's about you. You can't forget that you matter, 'cause you're important too. It's me, myself, and I. Before I get too blind, not saying I'm gone, I'm not moving on, 'cause your love, you know it feels right.
Oh, the feels, all the love and the healing, it's all about you.
It's all about you.
What about you?
What about you?
Ooh, give your heart, give your time, give your all, but don't forget about you.
Don't forget about you.
Don't forget about you. It's about the way you choose and how you move and navigate through this labyrinth of life. It's about the way that you engage, the way that you relate, interact with fate. Oh, it's just the synergy, the matching energy. If you're moving against or in tandem with me, it's just not how you love, but is it too much? Are you factoring you, centered in you, everything you do? What about you? It's about you. You can't forget that you matter, that you're important too. We so freely love and give, don't give ourselves enough or even really live. Go within. Oh, the feels, all the love and the healing, it's all about you. It's all about you. What about you? But don't forget about you. Don't forget about you. Don't you forget.
freely, wholeheartedly, but not at the expense of me. It's all about you. Don't forget about you. What about you? Don't forget about you.
Got a full bottle of wine and some glasses. Got my body looking right and fantastic. The little text saying that you're stuck in traffic. Oh. Making me wait, looking like the light and going how I planned it. Hurry up and get your playboy to this mansion. Oh, oh, oh. Boy, you're welcome here Friday to Thursday. I've been missing your love in the worst way. Sipping on juice, thinking of you made me thirsty. Come on, come on, come on. I'm waiting on you. Come over and show me. Since I had it, not ashamed to say I'm feeling like an addict. All this time away gon' turn me to a savage. Oh, oh, oh. Don't make a mistake, I'm making me wait. I fix you a plate, a place to relax in. Let a little conversation turn to magic, and the chemistry so real that you can grab it. Boy, you're welcome here Friday to Thursday. I've been missing your love in the worst way. Sipping on juice, thinking of you, baby, Thursday. Come on, come on, come on. I'm waiting on you. Come over and show me what your love can do. Don't leave me lonely. No, I'm waiting on you. Come over and show me what your love can do. Don't leave me lonely. No, waiting on you, waiting. Come over and show me what your love can do. No, yeah. Don't leave me lonely. Yeah. Waiting on you, waiting on, baby. Oh, waiting on. Come over and show me what your love can do. 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 Yeah. Waiting on you. Tell me that you're waiting all your love. Come and get it, baby, all your love. Once you're really, baby, hard to stop. And when we're finished, take it from the top. Don't you take the waiting all your love. Come and get it, give me all your love. Once you're really, baby, hard to stop. And when we're finished, take it from the top. Waiting, I'm waiting. Ooh, I'm waiting on you, waiting on you.
Put it all away, it's taking up my time. I don't wanna see it where the paradigm can't get me off my phone. I don't wanna be alone, know that I don't need it. Gotta draw a line somewhere, I swear. This'll take a toll on me, take me anywhere. Validated goals got me so damn unaware, finding a control, trying to shelter me from care. Wouldn't be a millionaire culture. I'm into all the people, additions to the sculpture. And then I'm undecided because I can't approach ya. I'm too deep into hiding and I don't wanna go. Should this be so do or die? Not like it's a lifetime. Don't even think I get enough of my time. Then I'm left alone. I don't like the silence. Where's my fucking phone? Wouldn't be a just to see a millionaire. Wouldn't be a millionaire. I don't wanna be a millionaire. All the money and the fame, who cares? Just to see a millionaire. Just to see a millionaire.
Girl, I'm outside with you. I'm just tryna vibe with you. Girl, I'm outside with you. I'm outside with you. I just wanna vibe with you. I'm just tryna vibe. I just wanna vibe with you. Girl, I'm outside with you. Loving how you tell me, yeah, I love your vibe. Loving how you feeling when I'm on the side. I know how you hit it with them other guys. Don't block your blessings, can't know you're mine. Lighting up the grill, smoke up in the air. Blue cups, good vibes, only over here. Sitting on your lap, whisper in my ear. Look who watching us, I don't even care. You keep coming closer while I'm on your thighs. Hiding on my ear, tell me what you like. Yeah, I should run under moonlight. We outside, yeah, we outside. I'm outside with you. I'm just tryna vibe with you. Girl, I'm outside with you. I'm outside with you. I just wanna vibe with you. I'm just tryna vibe. I just wanna vibe with you. Girl, I'm outside with you. Your aura, something that I love and I can't get enough. I need more of us. Other dudes try to drain my cup while you fill me up. I'm craving your touch. I don't wanna flirt no more. I don't wanna hurt no more. Yeah, yeah. Not someone I can't ignore. Everything you do is hardcore. Yeah, yeah. Crazy, sexy, cool. Yeah. What you wanna do? Yeah. Be all over you. Yeah. I'm outside, outside. Girl, I'm outside with you. I'm just tryna vibe with you. Girl, I'm outside with you. I'm outside with you. I just wanna vibe with you. I'm just tryna vibe. I just wanna vibe with you. Girl, I'm outside with you.
So many done left me for dead. All these voices talking in my head. You cannot compare the amount when I'm up to the count. When I'm down and that shit is said. Remain far from a couple niggas. My strikes have been up and I don't fuck around with the feds. Some of their closest are snitching on them. All of my closest give snitches a dent. Then hop in the van and do it again. We don't got time to be playing with them. Before Drake said it then, it was never new friends. Cause they always scheming and that never stops till one of them is dead. Sorry I'm late, if you think about it, that's right an advantage when one's playing chess. I just been watching on the sidelines, letting them pick the best while I study the rest. Never gonna let them keep me down. One of the realest you gon' ever see around. Let them tell it, they gon' probably try and clown. They ain't no better, they ain't no better. They'll never ever bring that energy to me. If they do, it's only for the tribe. Cause youngins really love to act. I'll have you leaning more jealous. So stop your tweaking, I tell ya. You should all wanna do better, but most of you mice are just here for the cheddar. No way I am ever gon' let up. Fell too many times and through all of the scars, man, it's easy to get up. Changing the game, I'm the wave, don't get wet up. Me and you are not the same, I'm too bad. All of my shooters on standby, the type that can shoot while they landslide. For love, you can witness your manslide. Do whatever I want, I'm the man now. My goonies gon' follow the G code. You newbies don't know how the streets go. At the point where I don't want any hoes. Swear to God, I don't need any others. My goonies gon' follow the G code. You newbies don't know how the streets go. At the point where I don't want any hoes. Swear to God, I don't need any others. All of my shooters on standby, the type that can shoot while they landslide. For love, you can witness your manslide. Do whatever I want, I'm the man now. My goonies gon' follow the G code. You newbies don't know how the streets go. At the point where I don't want any hoes. Swear to God, I don't need any others. Swear to God, I don't need any others.
You can tell I know sorrow. The time is now, not tomorrow. Tomorrow you know and now you follow. The time is now. You gon' see me get right. You can tell I know sorrow. Get the bag through daylight. The time is now, not tomorrow. We all have been on no friends. Tomorrow you know and now you follow. So you gon' see me get right. The time is now, not
I'm so aggravated by all this animation. Ain't got no patience, God's sake. Niggas don't know me, nigga, we not related. Hot maintenance, shorty impatient, but fuck it, I'll take it. Violated, she in the clouds, she feel like a skyscraper. Mine take her, I'm in the field, shitting like toilet paper. Fuck haters, boy, I love when they sleep. Niggas be mad for no reason, hating while I fly through the season. Nigga, I'm sauce at the season, 100 plus on the D.
Niggas thought I fell off cause I fell back. Cruising through the city loud as fuck in the Hellcat. Smoking on that loud, you know the difference when you smell that. Being on my chest, I'm from the west and you can tell that. Huh? We from the heart of it, it was the hardest shit, nigga, we started it. Catch a nigga lacking, he paying for that lethargic shit, I taught this shit. Nigga, I'm Bobo without the cop, we the top of the food chain, these Lobos is all I got.
You gon' see me get right. You can tell I know sorrow. Get the bag through daylight. The time is now, not tomorrow. We all have been on no friends. Tomorrow you know and now you follow. So you gon' see me get right. The time is now,
I couldn't get no products in the 8th grade, it made me hate school, nigga. Back in my day, you wasn't real, then you was fool, nigga. All I took was cream that green, put me in the moon, nigga. My first son taught me how to stack my ones. My second son taught me how to get it done. I be feeling like the one with my shades on, trying to find serenity in the bitch bad as Trinity. Who put you on game without a manual? Remember me, the rest, no? The butter make them dance to the rest go. We live on Woodrow, building new businesses. This a renaissance. You gon' need a membership before you try to swim across. My sharks know what it's in for. The plug call me when he really need to get it off. Gambino. Don't let them girls be your downfall. Stick a stack of paper to stress to have them around malls. Two sides to a story here, both before you sound off.
you gon' see me get right. You can tell I know sorrow. Get the bag through daylight. The time is now, not tomorrow. We all have been on no friends. Tomorrow you know and now you follow. So you gon' see me get right. The time is now, not tomorrow. 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 The time is now, not tomorrow.
So phenomenal. like a centerfold. Call the Mona Lisa, your heart is my home, let's renew the lease. Got me feeling blessed, something like a Jesus piece. When we between the sheets, she a beast. Legs wide open, like the sign for peace. Love like an art, babe, we should teach. Like I'm drunk in love the way that you slip my speech. God's work of art, but you know she mine like a watermark. Believe it or not, she's something classy, but still hit that Walmart. Keep it down to earth, man, I know what my woman's worth. Call me an expert, and she love to work. Ain't the type to twerk, but she love to flirt. Text messages wearing nothing but my t-shirt and a little smirk. She a masterpiece, my baby, like artwork. Baby, when it come to her, I get Escobar crazy. Me, I'm all that's just my yo baby. Your number one fan, like Stan and Shady. Real love like Emma Haley. Yo, I'm Patty like say la vie. Living life without a care, no L.I.E. I can feel it in my veins, kinda like IV. Display it to the world, the kind of guy I be. See, she above them all, remind me of a piece by Mr. Warhol. Show with a globe, like a world tour. She deserve an encore, standing ovation. Only girl in my world, she the population. These girls eating, cause to me, she the best. Statuesque, work with such finesse, she a goddess. I'm talking beauty and knowledge, she wise. She killing that dress, beautiful homicide. No need to apologize, her just live your life, and you know what I like. A girl that takes care of her own work. Study her body, that's my homework. She a masterpiece, my baby like artwork.
Every moment together, I wanna spend forever in your arms. I love you in a special way. You're special, not the average kind. This kind of connection is hard to find. I'll never let you go away. I feel so blessed to call you mine. Your loving, it gives me peace of mind. And when I'm lonely, it's your touch that consoles me. Even through ups and downs, you're the only one I want around. Nobody compares to you. All I need, like the air that I breathe, baby, you're the one. You're the one for me. You're all I want, all I need, like the air that I breathe, baby, you're the one. You're the one for me. Only you can make me feel this way. You leave me breathless each and every day. You bring me so much joy. You light my soul on fire. You keep the fire burning bright, even in the darkest night. I love the way we vibe. You make me come alive. I never leave your side, no. I see you in my dreams. I keep you in my prayers. Keep giving me reasons to keep on falling deeper. Baby, you're the one. You're the one for me. You're all I want, all I need. Like the air that I breathe, baby, you're the one.
like fine. I saw her right over there by one of the bars, and I'm like, yeah, like hopefully we just run into each other again.
Where's she from?
I don't know. She was. Why you gotta be so complicated? I got a bad son. What's your damn son? Or you a sad, you ain't patient, but you damn fine. And you like to play games, and it's not fair. You just fill me with delusions, but I still care. And my friends say no, but I'm still there. And you got me looking crazy, cause I'm still there. Falling for your presence, and it got me so frustrated. Damn, babe, why you so complicated? Why do you keep on pretending like you really don't like me? Keep on pretending like you really don't love me. You keep on pretending like you really don't want me. Damn, why you gotta make it hard just to make it real? These emotions only work if you wanna feel. You're so complicated. Why you gotta be so? You're so complicated. You're just so damn complicated. You're so complicated. Why you gotta be so? You're so complicated. Now me and you, we make a nice duo. We can be together, maybe, hey, you know. Oh, am I sorry, was I going too far? I waited so long just to travel so far. Don't need to go to space to be close up to a star, when I got you right here in the middle of my arms. But it's stuff like that that push you far away. You don't want the real, cause you're scared that it can go away. Why do you keep on pretending like you really don't like me? Keep on pretending like you really don't love me. You keep on pretending like you really don't want me. Damn, why you gotta make it hard just to make it real? These emotions only work if you wanna feel. You're so complicated. Why you gotta be so? You're so complicated. You're just so damn complicated. You're so complicated. Why you gotta be so? You're so complicated. This is where the moment gets real. This is where I'm feeling you for real. This is where you tell me how you feel, cause I'm done with playing games. It's the closing of the deal, and I do not understand why you keep on coming back like it's only when you want me. I don't have the time for that. And I'm looking for what's real, not fake. If you cannot lift my heart, don't expect to take the weight. Like, if you really don't want me, if you really don't need me, you're so complicated. At times I tend to hate it. If you really don't want me, if you really don't need me, you're so complicated. Damn, why you gotta make it hard just to make it real? These emotions only work if you wanna feel. You're so if you wanna feel. If you wanna feel. Why you gotta be so?
We don't say no.
All of a sudden you had flashbacks from your past. All of a sudden you had an epiphany. We weren't meant to last. Decided I fade on your own. Said that we shouldn't date. You needed some time alone. Ruined the friendship through text. Some shit I wouldn't have guessed. Like a cow when it hits straight behind your phone. Yo te odio y me das asco. Nunca volveré a confiar en ti. Tú no vale la pena, no vuelvo más. Me dejaste solito, verdad dolió un poquito. En tu jueguito de amor, te lo juro un día tú verás. When you hear this song, you know this song is about you. Know you did me wrong, and I'll be better without you. You fucked up, you fucked up. You're the one to blame. Sleeping with a friend of me, pathological liar. Show me your me to believe. The feeling was strong, I was so naive. Through all of the fun so easily. Coming, we'll find it one day, you'll see. Your words, they cut like a knife. Frozen, your heart is so cold. Razor sharp, they cut me deep. I should've known a little better. Should've known right from the start. Should've been a little bit smarter. I should have protected my heart. Yo te odio y me das asco. Nunca volveré a confiar en ti. Tú no vale la pena, no vuelvo más. Me dejaste solito, verdad dolió un poquito. En tu jueguito de amor, te lo juro, un día tú verás. When you hear this song, you know this song is about you. You know you did me wrong, and I'll be better without it. You fucked up, you're the one to blame. Sleeping with a friend of me, pathological liar. One day you wanna return, when all the lessons are learned. One day you'll cry me a river. You'll find the bridges are burned. One day you wanna return, when all the lessons are learned. One day you'll cry me a river. But all the bridges are burned. When you hear this song, you know this song is about you. You know you did me wrong, and I'll be better without it. You fucked up, you're the one to blame. Sleeping with a friend of me, pathological liar. I remember we used to be a part of each other's dream. Now that dream has shattered. I thought we were inseparable. Together against the world. I know it's not over. We had no closure. We never said goodbye. Can we start over?
Boom! We are back. It's another rendition of Welcome to the Rawrrzone. We hope you enjoyed our mix. Of course, like I said earlier, it revolved around one of our favorite people in the world, because I know if I said our favorite person in the world, we're going to have a lot of hate mail. It's okay, though. You can write below how much. But we are powered by, well, first of all, you can catch us everywhere at www.rawrzonenyc.com. You can also catch us at our home of Elgin Sound Radio on the Live 365 app. You could also listen to the live streaming player on our website. You can catch us on Fuso 82.3 FM every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to Promo God and the entire team helping independent artists getting their platform there. ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, Sound Exchange, PPL. They're certified in many avenues so you can get paid for your music that's being played. So please contact Promo God, contact Fuso 82.3 FM. We are also powered by Bold and Luscious Cosmetics. Use the code RZ15 off. Get yourself something, get fly. You know, we got exfoliating creams and everything right now. We got a sale, the last sale of the summer, well, the spring. So contact Bold and Luscious Cosmetics now. My stoners, it's still 420 season. Join the high life. Go to Just Blaze Organic Hemp. Tell them KDK sent you. Whew, I gotta get used to this shit, man. So our guest today, one of the original guests on our original Monday Night Raw show, he came for an interview as a feature and ended up taking over the whole thing, which was pretty fun. He is such a versatile artist. His name is Seda. He's a Puerto Rican singer and songwriter born and raised in Bronx, New York. His wide-ranging musical sound includes R&B, pop, crossover to Latin. He's influenced by the city where he grew up and he currently resides. He was nominated for a Voiceless Music Award for Best Hip Hop Collaboration and Radio Single of the Year for Masterpiece with Phenom from So Phenomenal Entertainment. He developed his love for music and turned it into something unimaginable. He doesn't get enough credit in this industry for the multiple features he's done. But then again, like I've said to him, he doesn't give himself enough credit as well. From Blue Christmas to his current album, recently released, Thoughts of an Enigma, the voice of an enigma, but he is an enigma regardless. I'm here getting all sentimental and trying not to fuck up on him because I know he's sitting there in the background while he at work. But without further ado, everyone, we got to bring up Seda.
What's up?
Yeah. See, that's because you don't smoke, though. But that's because you don't smoke, though. If I had stopped smoking, I could keep up.
Or do I?
If that was
but
the
that's
case,
part of being an enigma. You might not know.
Oh,
I'm quite the puzzling individual.
I mean, you are a refined, puzzling individual.
Yeah, you know. But I'm also a good-hearted individual. Always and forever.
You are.
Yeah.
Even I love the Grays, how they just came in all nice.
All right.
I love you, but it looks so awesome. Like, listen, man. Oh my God. Like, you went from baby face to I'll be like, yo, that's daddy, guys. Go get him.
Well, in a few hours, I'm going to just ferment it and it'll be all gone.
Oh, man.
And that's what I do. I just didn't have enough time. It's been so much shit to do, so little time.
Listen, man, I love it, though. Why don't you embrace it? You know how many people like daddy look like that? Come on.
You're right. You're right. And I'm still young. It's just in my family, the gray hairs come out really early.
Me too. Don't worry. I'm rocking on natural right now. It's too expensive to do all that.
No, because I don't want there to be a misconception. Oh wow, he must be like in his 40s, 50s. No, ma'am.
Sweetheart, you still look like you're in your 20s.
Thank you.
Bro, J Balvin fucking dyed his hair all silver. Like, we can't even say that no more where grays are a sign of age. They turned that into a whole fad now.
It's true, very, very true. Because people are doing the whole hair now gray. It's like a new trend.
Like, people look at my mom, and you see my mom's hair.
Yes.
They're like, oh, how did you dye it like that? All different shades of... My mom is like, that's my natural hair. But
yeah.
On a regular note, like, so I started doing something on the podcast, and I took this from working with the kids, but we talk about what are our highs of this week, the lows, and the mids of this week. So how are you feeling thus far?
Today, because I literally take my life day by day now. I try not to overwhelm myself because I also suffer from anxiety. Mm-hmm. So I try and like take it day by day. So today I woke up quite amazing. It's been a successful, I would say, successful week in my professional life. Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, it's been all right because no one stressed me out this week. So I will say it's been a successful week in that aspect alone. Yes.
Yay!
Right? No one's pissed me off. No one's pissed me off.
I don't gotta beat nobody up today.
Yes. How about what?
I don't gotta beat nobody up today.
No, not today. Not today. We're good. Man down, man down, man down.
All right, I'm calm. I would have brought Mello with me too. Listen, man, once he puts his Batman outfit, he means business. Yo, it's fucking hilarious too.
No, it's been a good week, I would say. Knock on wood, may it continue to pour into the weeks to come, you know?
So, what, love?
No, I was gonna say because you just never know.
No, of
you
course.
Literally don't know. Because not every day gonna be roses. I've learned.
No, of course.
Every day ain't gonna be roses. Sometimes you get the thorns. So yeah, as you were saying.
As always, every story starts with the beginning, right?
Yes.
When talking about Seda becoming a singer, because I don't want to say it was 2017. You just got So where did this all really start for you?
I mean, I've literally been singing since I've been like 3 years old, honestly. And I've always had a love for it. At times, even growing up, I've always felt like an enigma, which is why that title was aptly put. Although I've had many friends along the way, I've always felt like someone who's always been misunderstood and always just kind of like puzzling to others, and always felt like even when I'm in large crowds, I always used to feel alone. But for some reason, when I would be singing or listening to music, I would feel a little bit less alone. I felt like someone would understand me. So that's why I think I've leaned on music for so much. And I've really studied the greats, honestly. Like I feel like I'm always, I call it a student of the game, because I'm always trying to learn from the greats, right? I don't study anyone who hasn't done it big. I always study the most amazing artists, like obviously Michael Jackson, the Mark Anthonys, nowadays Bruno Mars, Miguel, Mariah Carey, obviously. Love all the amazing artists. And I take from them in terms of how to move about in this game. But professionally speaking, I would say where I really started writing my music, because I've always written poetry. I've always been into writing in general. Even when I was in school, I would always be in the advanced classes for like English and things like that, because I tried to write from a relatable place, and it always helped me in writing. And I feel like for music, where it then poured into the music was in 2013, because yet again, music was my saving grace and helped get me out of depression. And then once I started like writing my music and started using music as my journal and my therapist, I would say that's when the music professionally started coming out in 2014, 2015. And since then, I've been doing music professionally.
What has been the most difficult thing for you through your journey?
Good question. I would say the most difficult part of this journey is, or has been, which I've now accepted and moved past it, has been learning that music is objective. You know what I mean? Learning that not everyone's gonna love you. The most important part is that you have to believe in yourself and what you're doing and what you're saying and what I'm conveying and what I'm displaying, right? Like I had to be okay with not everyone jumping on the bandwagon. I had to. That was honestly the hardest thing for me. And once I tackled that, I feel like that's why my music has evolved, because now I'm not doing it for anybody else. I'm doing it specifically just for me. And I think that's why I'm even being real within the lyrics, because I really don't give a fuck. I really don't. I really don't. I'm doing what I want to do on my own terms, telling the stories I want to tell, singing it the way I want to sing it, no longer listening to people, oh, maybe you should belt, or maybe you should stop belting. I just had so many voices, I had to silence all the voices. So honestly, because the music part, creating the music, as even though it can be hard, it's still the most rewarding thing, because music is like a drug to me. You know what I mean? Anytime I finish a song, start writing a song, hear a beat that I'm inspired to write, that is all still rewarding. But it's been the external things, like the people and the judgments, the opinions, the critiques, really just taking it with a grain of salt now. And I think I've reached the place of where I can hear your judgment on it and it will not affect me.
Let's dive into a little bit of that, right? When we were talking back then. Wait. And we're talking about, you put Wanderlust out after Blue, the Blue Christmas album.
Yes, which before Blue Christmas, just to give you a little bit more context, Wonder Child was not my first EP. I had one that came before that, which Dark Blue, which was when I was in depression, but that was my indie project that wasn't commercially released, which then ultimately poured into Blue Christmas, because that Dark Blue and Blue Christmas kind of were created at the same time. And then, I'm sorry, but your question was?
You gotta get back to that after, though. My question for you was, where were you mentally through all of that, right? We talk about the project being the product of what you do, right? Product is the love and labor through the dark times. But where were you? Because you know, every time we do see each other, we're always at different. Not because we don't want to see each other. Just time kind of sucks. So we're seeing each other at literally extreme different points of life.
Absolutely.
So where were you back then, as opposed to now?
Specifically during Blue Christmas or Wonder Child?
We'll talk about between Blue Christmas and Wonder Child.
Oh, okay. So
you were like up and down around those.
Yeah, so Blue Christmas, that one was created in the interim of since 2000. I created that mid 2014. So I was creating a Christmas album in the summertime of 2014. Isn't that funny, right? The irony. I don't know. I've always loved Christmas. Always loved Christmas. And there's something about Christmas in New York that I absolutely love. And because I already had been because when I do something, Katie, I'm very tunnel vision, I'm very focused, and I had gotten so inspired from the project prior to Blue Christmas that even though I had completed it, I was like, I was not done. I felt like I had so much more yet to tell, and I was like, how can I do this in a different way? And then I was like, you know what? Christmas is gonna come, and what that will do is it'll give me wheels after the project had been already promoted. You know what I mean? Then Christmas comes, I can also incorporate this music with whatever whatever album I had out at the time as well, and keep it rolling, keep it going, right? Keep my name out in people's mouths. and keep performing in different avenues and different platforms and different places. And but specifically, I was still going through my depression at that time of Blue Christmas because I had also lost my dad 2 years prior. So I was, I was just kind of singing my emotions out because I've always had, not to quote a song in my new album, The Voice of an Enigma, there's a song called Enigma, the intro, where when the line is, I'm uncomfortable with being vulnerable. That's something I've also struggled with a lot. But then music has always been that platform for me where I can do it in a way that's comfortably for me, and I think that's what I needed to go through that moment because music served as my therapist at the time. So that's why it was called Blue Christmas. Obviously for many reasons, Blue Christmas, because blue, whatever, it stemmed off from my Dark Blue project. Then a lot of the songs were sad. And yeah, like it just made sense. Which then, from 2015, I didn't create another project until 2018. Well, 2017 was the creation part of it. 2018, it was released. Because at that time, after all of that, I literally thrusted myself into performing and just being any and everywhere. I was like during my yes era of my life where I said yes to everything. Because as an artist, you always think, damn, if I miss out on this could have been the opportunity. You know what I mean? And so I said yes to everything, and I was just in a place of I loved creating because I had not, before 2014, I had never been in the studio. So here goes this new toy, this new thing that I was learning, and I loved it. I really, still to this day, I think I love recording more than I do performing now. And before it was the opposite.
So that was when you dropped Wonderlust?
Yes, and then because I was still numbing myself in terms of my emotions, then Wonder Child came later because I was also still unpacking and healing a lot of my childhood trauma and scars and shit like that. This sounds like a therapy session now.
Well, you know what it is? So pardon me, right? So I watch Maurice Bernard's State of Mind. And this was after I went through a lot with Rawrrzone, right? I went back from having a co-host, dealing with those issues and that negativity to, okay, how am I going to do this right now, right? Because I don't want to sit here and just keep talking about random ass topics with random ass people.
This is real shit.
So I rather sit here and clearly everyone I'm talking to has something going on with them. In State of Mind, Maurice Bernard goes into the psychological part of people's lives. Me, I just like hearing how their brand and their music, because I did the whole study in communication and PR. So to me, it's like, okay, I could sit here, but it's like, yo, if Rawrrzone had this type of effect on me, then this person's music can have this type of effect on him. And that's where the whole new format came from. Hey, let's really just talk about it, because
love that.
There's a lot of people doing the same shit that we're doing, and no one knew that you lost. I mean, when you talk about it, but no one would have known you lost your dad, and that's why you put out Blue Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You could have been like Picasso for all they know. Blue period.
It's true.
You could have been because
right. It's because I also don't have a tendency or used to, because now I do. Now I can express myself about my trauma, my growing pains, all of it, without caring about what people think, what people say. But again, this has taken work to get here, right? It's taken a lot of soul searching. It's taken a lot of music. It's taken a lot of time to myself too, because now I've learned that unplugging, because we're living in the social media era or age of our lives where everything is diluted, filtered, everything is just, people only post the good. People only post the good. No one posts the real shit. No one wants to hear about the real shit. But we're all suffering from something. We're all growing through something. We're all going through something. We're all affected by things in life, right?
If you think about it, right? And while we talk about it now, we didn't grow up with that type of willingness to really talk about it, though.
This is the things they don't teach you about in school, you know?
They
Mental health.
They didn't teach us in, like, my dad died when I was 7. And I had one teacher, I called her Miss Tweety Bird, but her name was Miss Maria because she had a Tweety Bird tattoo. I believe it was a Tweety Bird tattoo. I don't remember why, but something about Tweety Bird. She goes to me and she told me this because I recontacted her when I was older. She told me about that time period. She said I was not weird, but I was too mature for my age. My dad had died, and I'm sitting here just coloring and just talking to her like, so my mom is sad, you know? And I'm just asking her about the weather because if I cry, then mommy cries, type of thing.
Right. So you had to grow up too soon. You had to grow up too soon, which I relate to.
We were taught, and I don't know if it's the same with your culture, but we were taught back then, because my mom tried putting me in therapy, but in reality, therapy was a taboo. The same way any type of drug is a taboo.
Absolutely.
No one wanted to talk about the issues or the drama. And it not only affected me, it affected my siblings, it affected my nephew down the line, you know, and this social media era now is the byproduct of the children who cannot talk about the issues. Because everyone's in their 30s now, these children that were living through those 80s kids. So now our kids are stuck in this shit world with TikTok and FNAF and all this other bullshit that I can't.
Filtered tools. It's all filtered. You know what I mean? So it's not fully reality. It's all a form of reality. You know, no one's putting their pain. No one's putting progress. No one's putting things that, you know, people are just putting the final things and they make things look easy when it's not. You know, there's a process to everything, right, that we go through. Even therapy. Therapy is a process. I can come up here and be like, oh yeah, I'm very happy now, blah, blah, blah. But okay, my happiness took time to get here. It was work. You know what I mean? So I'm happy that I'm able to talk about what led me to this process, what led me, you know, the journey, basically. Because I feel like that's what people don't talk about enough, the actual journey.
I'm in therapy almost 10 years now. And I feel like I still got a long way to go.
Me too. And I still do not only just therapy, not only just music. I do self-help books. I do workbooks to kind of like, you know, when I'm having a bad day for reinforcements, I feel like the work never stops. You're always going to remain a work in progress because we're also changing as individuals, you know, and then we go through life traumas, which then halt the process or affect you in another way. Then your perspective changes, and then it's like starting over in other aspects, and it's a lot.
Like people still like, even I feel like now people use so Lord forgive me. Please forgive me.
He will.
The government now prioritizes mental health after the pandemic just to cut a check.
Probably, most likely, actually, yes.
Like you used to see when COVID-19 hit, because that's what really fucked everyone. Wholeheartedly up everywhere.
It did.
The pandemic, let alone what it did to the new generation's education, where they still can't even tell time. I've seen high school kids not be able to tell time right now. It's actually pretty sad.
Yeah. I think that was our last interview in 2020. October, November. It was because I released one more time.
I have an interview with you. I think you came on for my birthday, 2020.
No, I did your birthday, but then I also did an interview for one more time.
You sure? Because I would remember it.
It was the radio show that you had, that it was all audio.
Oh. Oh
I
shit!
forgot the name of the affiliate.
I got you. Yeah. I remember. Okay,
Yeah. So we were talking during that time as well. Yeah.
but yeah, no, but they used to push the need for the vaccine in the propaganda, and now
Oh,
they want to push going for mental health and telehealth. But where was this the entire
before.
23 months that we were going through this pandemic?
Right.
You know, our children needed these services a long time ago. Our
Right.
teachers are not giving a shit about these kids.
Absolutely.
So between that generation, our generation, and them, we kind of fucked them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how. It's just like we never
I
had
just
opportunity.
Well, I'm a big advocate for therapy. I'm a big advocate if you don't feel the need to do therapy, at least talk to someone. I always say just the worst thing you could do is try and yes, there's a part of the journey you do have to go at it alone, but also seek out other people because what that does when you spend too much time alone, then create this comfort zone and then you lose your motor skills and then you kind of need external sources. You need friends. You need all of that stuff to kind of like good ones. I would say not just befriend anyone, right?
You gotta
But
get me. You gotta get
yeah,
someone like me. Gotta get you a me.
right, yeah, and surround yourself around just things that bring you joy. You know what I mean? Because yo, you need it a little bit these days. You need it. We all need it. That's why I tapped on. I really threw myself into music because that brings me joy. It brings me joy, and it serves as a therapist all in one. So I just find something that brings you joy and go in on that. Dive in and just go. Let go, let have. Just go in. Whatever it is that brings you joy, please do that.
So
Please.
we got through Blue Christmas.
Yes.
We got you through. We got to Wonder Child.
Yes, Wonder Child, my first commercial EP.
I start calling you Wonderlust album. That's
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That project I had a lot of fun. I wasn't as depressed then, but I was still healing from the trauma of my dad, I would say. I think that's where Indestructible came from. I was dealing with that, and then I was dealing with my scars as a child. Still, that's why I called it Wonder Child, because it was a dedication to that 6-year-old kid, because the album cover is of me at 6 years old. So it's a dedication of things, yes. Yeah, and it's a dream that never changed. It had evolved into other things, but the one thing that had always remained was my love for music. So that album was a dedication to that 6-year-old kid. You know what I mean? That always loved music and just didn't like one thing. Because I don't think that Wonder Child was just an R&B project, right? It was a pop.
Oh yeah, nah.
It was a pop project.
So Crush was very Mariah-ish. Let's see. Indestructible, still a little Mariah-ish, but there was definitely like a very pop vibe in general.
Yeah, there was a pop, right? Pop, I think, was because remember, pop music is not a genre, right? Pop music is a culmination of all things. Right, whatever's trending and popular. Although I don't think the music on Wonder Child was necessarily trending at the time. But I do get what you mean by pop music.
Yeah, like at the time. So we're talking about 4 years ago. At the time, we still had that type of music still be very commercialized.
Yeah.
So I think you dropped this at the right time. Where was your family support while you were doing the music?
Oh, my family has always been super supportive with the music. I will say that. My family, from day one, from even Dark Blue 2014, they've always been super supportive. They know the lyrics, they play the songs. You know what I mean? Like I can literally go to my sister's house, my brother's house, my cousin's house, and they all play the music when they play the songs for me. I don't even be wanting to hear the music, and they want to hear it again because I'm there. They're like, "Yo, I'm gonna play your music," and then they go from playing one to playing like 20 of them.
How
And
sick
I
of your
love that.
music do you get sometimes?
I don't get that sick of it because I don't listen to my music often. I don't.
Okay.
But I also, when I do listen to my music, I still love it. I don't cringe. I don't do any of that because honestly, before releasing a song, I live with that music for such a while to make sure that it's, you know what I mean? I create my music again for me too. I create all my songs, I create with that notion of, oh yes, can I listen to this? Am I gonna enjoy this as just a listener, not the artist, not just the creator, not just the producer, not, you know what I mean? So I create my music with that aspect of, I fucks with this too. So when I hear my music, I'm never turned off by it, ever. Never. And thank God, you know?
I mean, your music I can listen to all over and over. I mean, you popped into the room and I was playing everything. So I still got 30. I got 13 songs in here. I have like I can go like the best of Seda just with what I got in here.
Don't worry. One of these days, as I keep doing this, I'm gonna create a greatest hits, an indie version of my greatest hits. Fuck that.
Listen, man,
right? You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself.
You know what that's called? Want to know what that's called? A playlist.
Right. Right. It is. That is a playlist. That is. And I don't know. I'm honestly going back to the family stuff though. I'm really grateful that they support my music. You know what I mean? Because that means honestly the world to me. It really does. Like I remember walking in, just to give you kind of a little bit of a context. I remember walking to my sister's house, maybe like I want to say a year ago, and going to visit my nephew, who I love very much. His name is Caden, and I asked where he was, and she was like, "Oh, he's in the room. Go see what he's doing." And I opened the door, and he's singing back. He's singing at the top of his lungs my song one more time, like literally trying to hit all the notes with me, like word for word.
So did you sing with him after?
Right, like how cute, how fucking cute was that? Come on.
Did you record it at least?
No, because I didn't expect it.
That's so adorable.
Yeah, and he was like 7 at the time. So the fact that he was singing it, was singing it like he knew what I was talking about.
Listen, man, these kids are so perceptive. Like my boy.
And I will say, kids are the best critique for your music.
Oh yeah.
Because they're very innocent. They're never gonna filter what they say or how they feel about something. So you wanna get your hits, like you wanna get someone to judge your hits, take it to a kid. They're either gonna love it or hate it.
Oh my God.
There's no in between.
You want to hear a funny story really quick?
Yeah.
I want to play a little more of your music. So once upon a time, we were getting ready for my birthday party, and it was Live's release party, right? And this is when Ray Fame was alive. Rest in peace. He was part of that rehearsal with us, but he brought his daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Live gets nervous sometime when he performs. So we were like, every time these kids see you stutter, they gotta go, eh. Now, I believe Milan had to have been like 4 at the time, and his sister was like 7, give or take, right? Bro, there was an eh every 5 seconds, and they didn't care. They were like, poo poo. I was like, oh shit.
That's what kids will do. They will break your spirit.
Yo,
they will hurt all your feelings. They will hurt all your feelings.
Yo, we were at Smash Studios, bro, and I couldn't stop dying.
It's real though, and I love that. I love real. Like even when somebody doesn't like it, okay, give me a reason why, and that's it. Just be real about it. I'm never gonna get offended. I get offended by the fake shit.
Fact. So we went through all of this time. You put Wonder Child out.
Yes.
I was so surprised it didn't have that much push though. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you could have
It's
had a better.
fine. It's fine. I think that I performed it a lot. Honestly, it got streamed quite off, like a lot, honestly. So that was good enough for me. And for me, as I keep going with music, I just want to evolve. That's the successful part of music for me. You know what I mean? Like I got to perform at City Hall. This was all through Wonder Child. I got to I got to perform at places like the New York Public Library where they gave me my own set for me to perform for the kids.
Oh, you're
You know,
fancy.
you know what I mean? So Wonder Child gave me legs and kind of put me in a different demographic, a different group. So to me, it was successful in that aspect. You know what I mean? I got to perform at the Puerto Rican Day Parade on the float. You know what I mean? So to me, it was successful in that sense, the fact that it led me down a different path, which I love.
But I'm glad you went down that path because we talked
Me
about it.
too.
Like being
Me
in
too.
hip hop while you did, you had great momentum with Masterpiece, but how much could you have ridden off that? You wanted to be around
Yeah.
and appreciate your music.
Yeah, I want people who get my music. I wanted my vibe to find its tribe, basically. Right? Because that's what ultimately you want to do.
So we take a break because clearly there's a whole pandemic and fuck our lives, right?
And then the whole project that happened after, which it's currently here.
I'm like, it took us a while. Tell us a little bit about Thoughts of an Enigma. The voices of an Enigma. Wow, I'm really
Okay,
today. I'm
so
sorry.
I will say this project has been, it's gone through a lot of different versions of it because it started in 2020 after a stint of writer's block, which then led to my most popular song, One More Time, which you played earlier. So thank you. Um, I was already going to give up music and just go. I wanted to kind of go into writing, and creating, like helping other artists instead of me doing it as an artist anymore. You know, and then one day I felt like I was near gonna quit, and I heard
Don't
this
you
beat to One More
dare.
Time. Huh?
Don't you
I know,
dare.
no, 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 no. Don't worry. Now we're no longer there. It was part
Okay.
of just it was just something I was going through. You know what I mean? Questioning, doubting myself. Um, and I think it's all things you have to go through, right, in order to get to the other side. Um, and so I stopped having writer's block during One More Time. Then I released that song, and it really kind of just it felt new to me again after One More Time, because I had taken that break. I had taken a year and a half break. And I think that's what I needed because I had just been going and going and going and going that I think I needed to feel inspired again. I needed to go and live life a little bit so that I can come back and create. I needed to go to therapy to unpack some more, to unload some more, to really dig deeper so that I can also ultimately become more vulnerable in my music. Which I'm grateful for. I don't regret anything I went through during that time that felt dark, confused. I don't know, anything that just felt gray, dark. I'm so grateful for it because it led me to where I currently am. So, and it took me 3 years to create the Voice of an Enigma. Obviously, I had been releasing singles from 2020. So from 2020 till now, I had released 6 singles. So it's like my face was still out there, and obviously things had changed. Performing wasn't,
A
we
need.
weren't performing as much anymore, so everything was done online. That's when I started creating Seda Unplugged and started doing my songs acoustically. So that gave me a new appreciation. Yeah, so that gave me a new appreciation for my music as well, which I'm currently working on an acoustic project, a stripped project.
Ooh.
Um, and creating acoustic songs from Wonder Child till now as well. So not just the Voice of an Enigma, it's going to be both projects. Some songs are going to be done acoustically from both. And I also created an acoustic new song, which is what's going to be the one new song on that project to kind of help the project move along. And you see, there's so much music, Katie, so much. I've just, ever since that time period, I really got inspired again. And I think that that's what I needed. I needed to feel inspired again. And that's when the creation of this project happened. And I kind of wanted to just make it, because the original title was going to be Kaleidoscope, because that's what this project is.
Why
It
does
was
that sound familiar? Like you actually said this somewhere.
right. I did. No, because I that's what I wanted to do. I wanted it to be a different. I wanted it to be different colors, different themes, different sounds. I didn't just want it to be one thing. But then I also started hearing. I really got inspired as well by Amy Winehouse's Back to Black.
Yes.
I loved how honest that album was, and also during COVID, I stopped listening to the new music, and I found appreciation of the old music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, you know, early 2000s. I was just thoroughly appreciating retro soul again. And I think that's why there's a lot of retro soul in this project. Like songs like Forever Mine, obviously One More Time, which is not on the project, but it inspired the project.
Yeah.
Songs like Blessed, songs like This Ain't Love, you know, they're all very retro soul, but they're all also very honest. And I want to thank, that's why I give all the thanks to that Back to Black album, because it really did inspire that project. But I didn't want it to just be retro soul. I wanted it to be, you know, I wanted there to be sad songs, but I wanted you to cry. I wanted you to laugh. I wanted you to dance that fucking pain away. You know what I mean? I wanted to give you an experience.
It was an experience, and you sound so mature. Like we saw the maturity in your sound.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot.
You see a difference between Wonder Child and Voice of an Enigma.
Well, I will say that the Voice of an Enigma is really, it really depicts who I am as a person and the kind of music I like as well. So I wanted to create something that was completely my DNA, all of it. You know what I mean? I wanted it to be like a playlist that I would create of other music, of other artists. But this was coming from me. And I feel like I did that. I'm very proud of this project. Whether people had listened to it or not, I'm very proud of it. Already on Spotify, it's at 45,000 plays collectively, you know, and that's only in a month. So that's amazing. That means people are resonating with the music, which is amazing.
We love you.
So just imagine in a year's time, you know, I might be at 500,000. I might be gold.
Listen, man.
Let's push for platinum, y'all. Let's push for platinum.
I hit my hand on the table. Push the platinum.
You know, so I'm very proud of what this project is doing. You know, I mean, I have many favorites. It was very hard selecting the songs because I wrote 35 songs, you know, and I didn't collaborate with any other artist. So this album, I wanted it to be all me. You know, it was my story within the 3 years. You know, I had been going, and if you listen to the way the track list was set, it was done in the way my life happened in the 3 years. You know, Enigma was me talking about me and how misunderstood I feel and how I paid my dues. Basically feeling underrated, right? In a sense, being the underdog always, and I'm okay with that. You know, and it chronicled me falling in love, falling out of love, but also in the mix of all that, I was also going through and healing the relationship within myself. So that kind of is all culminated in that one album. You know, it's a personal journey within myself and also a personal journey of my relationships at the time.
How did you feel about the reception when it first came out?
I honestly was a little bit nervous, like, damn, yo, I'm really speaking very honestly on these songs. Like Blessed, you know, I touched upon basically being abused as a kid and you know, things like that. These songs felt very confessional. And it was like if I'm literally having a show at my therapist's office. That's kind of what it feels like at times. I'm like, damn, these people are listening to my sessions right now. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm okay with that because it's taken me a long time. But I'm okay with that because when during COVID, I had received 2 DMs from people about my song One More Time and Indestructible and about how it helped them get through depression. One was from Russia and the other person was from Sydney, Australia.
Ooh.
And Right. So my music, look, I'm worldwide, baby. And they reached out to me about how my song helped them, my 2 songs helped them individually get through depression. Which, I mean, that right there is a success story in itself, because I don't do it for clout. You know what I mean? I don't do it for numbers. I do it because I'm paying it forward within my music. You know what I mean? I'm like, I know I'm not the only one out here feeling like this. You know what I mean? So I'm sure there are other people who are going through this pain or some sort of pain related to this. So why not put it out there? Why be selfish and not share this? You know what I mean? I have this talent. I have this purpose. Use it for the greater good. And things like that, you know, validated the reasons why I put it out. So it kind of gives me also that nudge of, yes, keep doing this, because this is only going to lead you down the path that serves your purpose.
I love it.
So me too, honestly. I'm so grateful that people also want to share what those songs mean to them. You know, even my song Fallen, 3 people have asked for that song to be their wedding song. You know what I mean? That's beautiful to me.
Wow, it went from masterpiece to Fallen. Look at you.
Yeah, but Fallen is my song. You know what I mean? Fallen is my song.
Yeah,
it was written.
People wanted masterpiece for your voice, though. Stop it.
Yeah, so now I have that song, you know, Fallen, and I can sing that at weddings. So look, that'll lead me down a whole other path. You know, so and it was because I was writing about this love story that I had embarked on. You know, I had fallen in love, and this song was how I felt at that time. I didn't feel like specifically that, but I felt like in experiencing this person. I wrote that song 2 weeks into meeting them. And I felt like I was going to feel everything that the song said at some point, and I ultimately did. But then I also felt heartbreak from it as well. So
we're gonna get into switching up.
Yes.
Because I promised I would play these songs while you were here. Okay.
Yeah.
So introduce
those 2 songs are doing very good too, by the way.
So introduce Switching Up first.
Yes. So Switching Up was actually I believe my 3rd single of my 4th single in 2021. And it's an Afro beats dance kind of record, and it's about relationships that had just been switching up at the time, right? Friendships, relationships, people in general. And that's basically what the song was created from, on an Afro beats, which is my favorite genre. You heard?
Ow!
Ow! Let's get it.
All right, let's do it.
Na 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 na. Straight out of the blue, been acting brand new, been having reservations with no explanations. Texting me less conversations. Things haven't been the same between me and you. Different energy, sudden change of chemistry. I was silly to believe that we were meant to be, Show you how it's gonna be. It's getting clear to see. You've been switching up on me, switching up, yeah. You're becoming someone new. You've been acting differently. Switching up on you. Too good to be true. You really had me going. You had me fooled. I see the changes in the way you move. Things overnight, hypocritical and rather rude. Play the game with my emotions. Going through changes. Lost in a maze of transformation. Giving me a different energy. Change of chemistry. No sparkle in your eyes. I'm picking up on your vibes. Behind your devilish disguise. Yeah, it's clear to see. You've been switching up on me. Been switching up on me. Wanna be fast. Thoughts running wild. You should come over and stay for a while. Reenact what's going through my head. Caramel dripping in the bed. Damn, you're bad and you're hella fine. Slow wine, face like rewind. Your eyes rolling back. Changing positions, a massive attack. Turn up the heat, turn up the heat, turn up the fire, turn up the fire. Body to body, close to you, flame of desire. Turn up the heat, turn up the heat, turn up the fire, turn up the fire. Body to body, close to you, flame of desire. Don't keep me waiting hella long. Can't wait to get you all alone. I want it now and I want it all. Nobody has to know. Tonight we'll lose our control. Escape, unplug our phones. Come away with me on an ecstasy ride. Give you all of me tonight. Turn up the heat, turn up the fire. Body close to you, flame of desire. Turn up the heat, turn up the heat, turn up the fire, turn up the fire. Body to body close to you, flame of desire. I love the way you ride on me, just the way I like. You got me in the mood, assignment understood. Whatever you want, turn up the heat, turn up the heat, turn up the fire. Whatever you want, body to body, close to you, flame of desire. Whatever you wanna do, turn up the heat, turn up the fire. Do to me, babe. Body to body, close to you, flame of desire. Give me the heat. Na 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 na. Straight out of the blue, been acting brand new. Been having reservations with no explanations. Texting me less, less conversations. Things haven't been the same between me and you. Different energy, sudden change of chemistry. I was silly to believe that we were meant to be, meant to be. Show you how it's gonna be. It's getting clear to see. You've been switching up on me, switching up, yeah. You're becoming someone new. You've been acting differently. Switching up on you. Too good to be true. You really had me going. You had me fooled. I see the changes in the way you move. He's overnight, hypercritical and rather rude. Play the game with my emotions. Going through changes, lost in a maze of transformation, giving me a different energy, change of chemistry, no sparkle in your eyes. I'm picking up on all your vibes, behind your devilish disguise. Getting clear to see, you've been switching up on me,
Are we back? We back.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna take you off much longer, beautiful.
No. It's all good. I had a connection thing.
Poo. They need better Wi-Fi.
We good now.
Okay. I gotta ask, and it's the petty person in me, right? Out of your entire, I played so many of your songs this whole episode. Who was your favorite collab?
Who was my favorite collab of what?
In music, in your entire, like, it could be the Adios collab, it could be Complicated, it could be Masterpiece. What was your favorite collaboration?
My favorite collaboration, I will say, that's hard because I love a lot of them, but I think I will say Adios is my favorite collaboration. I will tie Complicated and Masterpiece together because I don't like one more than the other. They also we happen at the same time, and they both allowed me to perform in two different areas, right? Like one took me to Miami, and the other had me on nominated list for something. You know what I mean? So they both. But Adios to me is because it's my first full or like original Spanish song, and I produced that whole thing.
Look at you now. You multi-credited.
Yes. So it's my favorite because I produced the entire vocal arrangement, the backgrounds. The only thing I didn't produce was the beat. You know, and my friend Johnny Silverstreet, he wrote the actual lyrics, and then I added a lot of like the ad-libs you hear. I added the Adios part. That was the Adios part was on me. You know, so which obviously is a big part of the song. And it was easy to make. It was fun to make. He's a really good friend, and I think he understood what I was going for, and he created something that I will love for the rest of my life. So I think that will be my number one favorite collaboration. You know what I mean? Followed by the Complicated Masterpiece.
Okay.
Yes. Diplomatic, huh? Diplomatic.
I wasn't expecting that. Damn. No, fuck. It's like you see, it's like having the 3 kids. Which one do you like more than the other?
You can't. You love them for different reasons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't pick a favorite child. And all these songs.
I mean, technically, you picked Adios as your favorite. You said number 1 was Adios.
It has to be because it's my first full Spanish song. It's the song now that is inspiring an entire project in that genre, you know? So
I asked this to everybody at the end of the show, right? What is one lesson you could take from your journey that someone who's probably in your shoes back then now could use to push through?
I will say eliminate. This is what's helped me. So eliminate doing it for clout. Don't do it for the reasons of why, like, of getting awards, of getting notoriety, of doing it because you want people to see you. Do it because you love it. And I promise it will help you continue doing it. You know, I had to remind myself why I do it at different times of this journey. You know, I had to remind myself, why are you doing this? You know, and when I look back at that, I'm like, yes, this is why I do it. This is why I do it. And I spoke about it previously about, like, you know, hearing from two people from different areas about helping them, you know, helping them through their depression. Do it because you love it, and I promise everything else will fall into place. Also, because if you don't do it because you love it, you're gonna be disappointed a lot. You know what I mean? You're gonna be disappointed when those numbers aren't what you want them to be. You're gonna be disappointed when no one's reaching out to you about your music. You're going to be disappointed when you don't have people constantly sharing your new release. Just remember why you're doing it, and don't let it be for superficial reasons. You know what I mean? And I say that not just about music. I say that in any field. Do it because you love it. Because when you're doing something that you love, one, it will never feel like work. Two, people will gravitate towards it in a real way. And that way, you know, when people do support it, they're supporting it because it's real. You know what I mean? So just eliminate all the superficial reasons. I think that that's the best insight I could give into doing this, because you could literally get really disappointed and depressed of your music not doing as well as you would want it to do. You know what I mean? Trying to do it on a Rihanna scale because you don't see yourself on charts, because you don't see yourself getting awards, because you don't see yourself getting performance invites. You know what I mean? Just remember why you do it. That's the best thing I can say.
I love, I missed your face.
Was that a good answer?
That was an amazing answer. I missed you so much, though. I'm so sad our time is like, I'm so sad.
It's real shit, though. It's real shit. I miss you, too. Thank you for having me on today. Thank you. You know, I mean, you always show me support and love, so I appreciate that.
Yo, eventually we gotta do this shit in person.
I can't wait. You know, I'm going to be there with bells and whistles on.
Yeah! Bells and whistles. And what?
And one day we have to partake in herbal refreshments together.
First of all, you clowning me right now, because I know I have a text message that say you don't partake.
But I will partake under certain circumstances.
Okay, so come by after work. I got you.
I have plans today.
It's okay. More plans.
But I promise you we will get up and do that at some point.
I got you.
That would be fun.
But you got to tell the people at home and the millions watching worldwide, right? Where can they find the album and where can they find you?
Yes. So you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Seda Sounds, on Spotify, iTunes, and all the other digital retailers. You can find me at Seda, and the name of the album is The Voice of an Enigma.
Yeah, don't listen to me that kept saying sauce and Wonderlust.
Yes. Yes. Please come and catch the vibes.
Yeah, I was kind of catching the vibe listening to the music before the interview, so.
Yes, please come enjoy the journey. I promise you it's all real shit, real good music that was created with that timeless aspect. You know what I mean? Not to just follow any trends, not to jump on any bandwagon. Just an artist doing the real artist thing, trying to just do what he loves most and speak his truth. Honestly, that's it.
I love it. Man, this was another rendition of Welcome to the Rawrrzone. For content and more, go to our website, www.rawrzonenyc.com. Follow us everywhere at Rawrrzone NYC. Catch our replays on Puso 82.3 FM and, of course, on Elgin Sound Radio, as well as Spotify, Apple, YouTube, iHeart, Amazon Music, or wherever you stream your podcast. You click the link in our bio to find them all. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe. Click the bell below. As our friends in Ramble Mania say, all of our content will go straight to you. So, as for myself, you can find me everywhere at IamIvy.xo_. We are still on the road to the Give Back for Sean. If anyone is looking to perform July 8th for our Road to the Give Back, it's a little mini competition. 3 artists will be chosen for our Give Back variety show in October. If you are interested in collaborating with us, email us at ivyproductionsnyc@gmail.com. Whew, I got too much shit to say, but it's too little time. We bid y'all a beautiful night.
Thank you.